what's going on? It's Mando Crusader, and welcome to another MTGA video. This time, we're not showcasing a new deck. Today, we're going on what I suppose could be considered a scouting exercise. So, it's been a few days now since the banning of memory lapse and, actually I should say the suspension of memory lapse and the banning of brainstorm and Tibalt's trickery. And now that the meta has, again, had a few days to sort of settle, I wanted to see what was the ladder looking like? What's going on? What's the historic meta looking like right now? So, I'm busting out my good old trusty Rakdos Arcanist deck, and, we're gonna just play some games of the ladder, see what we see if mid-range is any better positioned after the suspension, because if there is a mid-range deck, Rakdos Arcanist certainly is that. So, yeah, that's the video. Just playing a couple of games, and, couple matches, I should say, because we're going in the proper mode, best of three, quote-unquote. And, yeah, so, if you like this video and this content, by the way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Additionally, comment below, what decks have you been playing? What's your guys' take on the current meta right now? Is mid-range finally viable, or creature decks finally taking over after memory lapse is gone? Let me know. Also, if you want me to play a deck, be sure to leave it in the comments. I'll try to make that happen best I can. That's about it. No deck tech in this video. I've made videos about this deck before. You can look back on my channel if you're interested in what this deck is. Basically, the TLDR version of it it's your typical Rakdos Arcanist deck, except I cut the Croxes and I lean a little bit more heavily into the Delirium package. So, yeah, with all that being said, let's get into some matches, and let's just check out the meta. Alright. Let's see what we've got here. We are on the draw for game one. Alrighty. This is somewhat acceptable, I suppose. Turn one Thoughtseize. I guess we could say goodbye to our channeler. Takes the Colligan's command. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, a fellow Rakdos gamer. I'll just yoink that Seasoned Pyromancer. Just gotta start checking the boxes here for our Delirium. And we didn't check it fast enough. We get Unholy Heated right here. There it is. Let's do a little looting, and it's one of those games. One of those games where your deck is just oops all land. And now our opponent gets to escape Croxa. However, it does take his entire graveyard. So that is somewhat comforting, I suppose. Just unholy heat that. And then Lurrus and Dragon's Rage Channeler. And we need to keep that other Dragon's Rage Channeler in the graveyard. Very clutch Bone Crusher Giant top deck from our opponent. Desperately trying to refill the graveyard. I suppose we'll help him out a little bit here, because we don't want that Bone Crusher Giant on the field. I think we still have that Unholy Heat in the graveyard, so even if he escapes Crocs, that'll be fine. There we go. Alright. So this is a Soul Guide Lantern matchup. Most definitely. Let's see, what else do we want? Don't think we need Feed the Swarm. Probably don't need Fatal Push. What could go wrong, huh? It's just a little Fatal Push. It does hit Croxa as well, so that's nice. Opponent goes first again. That is nice. That means that if we lose this game, then we're guaranteed to go first next game. See, I don't plan on losing. Let's quickly Unholy Heat that. If we drew, no untap land for us. We'll put a Dragon's Rage Channeler of our own. And hope that it lives longer than theirs. The Meat Hook Massacre in Historic. That's a bold choice. Got a few Braids. I certainly wish that, we had some land. That would be nice. Now you got some built-in graveyard hate there. Okay. We got our land. I want to try to waste our opponent's Braids. Results. I could Village Rites it. As our opponent gets some card advantage. Going Burr. Well, the good news is we are finding our land. Bad news is, now we kind of don't need it anymore. Bring out young Pyromancer. Creates elemental tokens. There's the Bone Crusher Giant. I can't believe that our opponent is unironically playing a Meat Hook Massacre. That really, really throws a wrench in the works. Meanwhile, our opponent, compared to us, has basically unlimited mana. And the Unholy Heat, because of course he had a removal spell in hand. Yeah, our opponent just got, like, the perfect curve. And obviously, like, the whole... like, Hive is a constant threat. Me, I can't use all of my mana each turn. Yep. And the little good game as well. So, now we have to watch out for the Meat Hook Massacre. That's mildly annoying. Maybe take out a Soul Guide and add a Feed the Swarm. Would have been nice if our opponent didn't get a removal spell every single turn. Now we get to go first, and this is an awful hand, but hopefully it means we reduce our land drops later. And Pyromancer. Inquisition of Kozilek, definitely taking Kolaghan's command. This isn't even a choice. Taking Lantern. Well, I guess we'll do this then. Make him discard a card and kill the channeler. Although if he didn't have removal last turn, he definitely has it this turn. There's the Baleful Mastery. Although we do get a card back from it. Unfortunately, it's a useless one. Mill away for 2 land drops. Alright. We're able to churn through a bit of our deck there. I wanted to save the village rights. That's very important we kill it then. So as to deny him his Bone Crusher Giant. Put out Pyromancer. Alright, go. Put out Inquisition. And our opponent only has land. Alright. That's what you want to see. But you don't even need to worry about it. Our opponent just top decks the Meat Hook Massacre. We are a little bit ahead, though, on board state. Even with the Meat Hook Massacre out. Just depends on, as always, on what our opponent top decks. If a race is what's going to happen, we are winning it. Resolve again. I will Unholy Heat the Goblin. I will take the damage. We have lethal next turn. And that's game. Alright then. So it seems like people are playing mid-range again. This is definitely a duel of the mid-ranges here. So, yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. Alright. Let's see what we have here. Ugh. Risky hand, we'll take it. We're gonna need a second land. Opponent taking a few mulligans. Alright. Alrighty then. We'll keep that. Alrighty then. Let's take a look at what's in that hand. Elite Spellbinder. Do a little scrying. I will discard a card. And Bone Shards the Gilded Goose. I will absolutely stick the Hallmark Courier in the graveyard. And pass the turn. You gotta activate. Oh, it's the Neoform combo. Just do Skyclave Apparition. And of course, it has a 1/1 counter on it, so it's just outside of the range of Kolaghan's command, as is ever so convenient. So convenient. Coming in swinging for 4. Polaris of the Dream Den. Charming Prince. Flicker the Apparition. Very good. Those were perfect draws. If he had gotten any other card combo than that, he would have lost, but luckily for him, he got the perfect thing. Right. Thinking Noxious Grasp, the Fatal Pushes. Probably don't need Duress. Now it looks like Magistrate may be the Graveyard Hate. I think just a little extra removal should get the job done. I will play first. And I will play Inquisition of Kozilek. And I think I will take the Wall of Blossoms. We don't want our opponent getting the card advantage. And I will Stitcher's Supplier. We're almost at Delirium. Getting all of our tap lands out. Thought sees it up. Take the Skyclave Apparition. We don't want that. Actually, wait. We don't want the Village Rites just yet. we're gonna swing for one first. There's our Noxious Grasp. So that hits their Restoration Angel and their Elite Spellbinder, although now it hits nothing. They're gonna take that. They're gonna take. No, they're gonna take the Darcy. End the turn. Are they gonna play Glasspool Mimic, Restoration Angel, or Ephemerate? Because as long as they have those bounce effects, our removal is useless. Alright. I would like my Arcanist, please. There is Restoration Angel. And there is Unholy Targeting Restoration Angel. And that's the game. They can't play their Glasspool Mimic if they have no creatures to copy with it. Good deal. So yeah, that's that was a little look into the ladder, into what's going on in Historic after the big suspensions and bannings. One thing I noticed, well, actually, I made two really big observations. One is there's a lot of mid-range going around. There's obviously that Flash deck, or not Flash, I'm forgetting them. The Blink, that's the word, Blink. The Blink deck that we played in the second match. I also played against some Rakdos. We played against 5-color Niv. So there's a lot more mid-range going around in the format, which I think personally is really, really healthy. And that's not just because my main ladder deck is a mid-range deck. Also, I noticed that control seems less oppressive. In a game where I didn't show because I lost it due to a massive misplay on my part, and that's not fun to see. It was like night and day not playing around Memory Lapse. It was such a less harrowing experience. So yeah, I think personally, just from the little sample size that I played, the ladder seems a bit healthier. There's no like trickery decks. There's no Memory Lapse that you need to play around anymore. Control's been defanged a little bit, and there's a lot more mid-range. So yeah, I think from what I see, it seems Historic's in a little bit of a better place with these bannings. But be sure to tell me what you think in the comments below. If this is a, just insert disclaimer about this being my opinion here. Also, if you like this content and you'd like to see more, journeys on the ladder, be sure to like and subscribe and let me know that in the comments as well. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one.